Ryan's World is finally over. Man, Ryan's World was one of the biggest things ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, kids love Ryan's World. I don't even know what he did, but I know how many views he got. I know how many kids was watching him.
Ryan's World is a YouTube channel that sits at a staggering near 40 million subscribers. And
Big
with a young
dog.
kid in the profile picture and the brightly colored banner, you can make the assumption that this is just any other kids channel. However,
Nah.
when you realize the true dark side about
Look
his
how
parents
swole Ryan
controlling
is.
and manipulating his entire life, a full decade of making the exact same videos targeted directly to kids, and being publicly humiliated nowadays, it doesn't exactly sound all that appetizing.
I feel like are they not rich enough to quit? Like, I know that they savings is absolutely full. I know they have bread. I don't know why they could literally live off of just. I want to see how many views they getting right now. Hold on. They could probably live purely off of old videos. Ryan's World. Okay, let's look at Ryan's World real quick. All right. 270 million views a month. And they've been getting that for like ever. Then they have 400. You know what? If I was getting 270 million views a month, would I want to stop? I'm thinking about it, man. Like, would I stop? Would I take a break? That's insane. Like, forget this. That is insanity, bro. But yeah, they've made enough content that that kid should not have to stress about working no more, bro. Let him follow his passion, like playing violin or something.
Ryan began his channel at the ripe age of 4, creating videos such as Ryan
14?
opens Easter egg surprise, Ryan plays with
32
Play-Doh,
mil.
and
30
Giant
mil.
Lightning McQueen egg surprise.
1.1 billion on a singular video? A billion views on a normal vid is the most mind-blowing thing I think I've ever seen. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's all because they put Lightning McQueen in here. It's all because it's Cars. You know what I'm saying? Cars just has that much motion, bro. Cars is just that good.
Seemed skeptical at all. Although one major contributing factor to keep filming these videos was the sheer view count. 32 million views,
Hey, that's
30 million views,
that's a lot of views.
1.1 billion views.
That is insane. Oh my, now I need to see their most viewed videos. I need to see if those are the most viewed videos. Nope. 2 billion views. 469 million. Dog. What? Dog. That is insane. Yo, they are making more. They probably made more money. Well, this is like 10 years ago, so the monetization wasn't that crazy. But they could have made more money on this one video than people do in their normal lifetime. Like, straight up. That is oh my gosh.
This amount of views when Ryan wasn't even beginning preschool yet was groundbreaking, and to no surprise, was spread across the entire internet.
Ryan is only 7 years old, but he's already selling out aisles of toys at Walmart and Target.
Then they have the merch too. Like, they are set. It's not my choice if my streams are long or not, bro. It's my voice, my throat, I mean.
What's surprising is that in an interview with Ryan and his 2 parents, Shin and Loanne, they state that they had no say in Ryan creating a YouTube channel and that it was fully his idea.
This is 10 years ago, guys. 10 years ago, a 4-year-old talking about YouTube. 10 years ago.
When I was 3, I was watching other people, and I was like,
Yeah,
why am I not on there? And I started my own YouTube channel.
His mom, who was a teacher at the time, took him shopping for a toy and he opened it on camera. It would be his first video.
Although there's no real guarantee that this was the case.
I don't believe it at all.
Because for the majority of kids at that age, cracking the code to the YouTube algorithm wouldn't exactly be their first preference. However, over the course of the next 9 years...
Hey, Josh, what do you want to do? I want to be a YouTube star. Josh, you're 4. You don't even know how to properly speak English yet. What are you talking about?
Ryan was unaware that his entire life was about to change forever, generating over $22 million in a single year back in 2016, and now in 2024, having an estimated net worth of over $100 million.
Yeah,
not exactly a bad life for someone that hasn't even reached his teenage years yet. Now, you'd naturally assume that Ryan's parents would be smart with the money they've earned and set aside enough for Ryan and generations to come. But that simply couldn't be further from the truth. Ryan's mum has a criminal history of stealing items from a clothes shop.
That's 2002 though. That's 2002. You feel what I mean? Like I'm gonna be honest, if someone comes up to me and they're like, hey dog, I want to be friends, but I stole from JCPenney before, I'm just like, that's JCPenney. I'm not about to beat you over the head for stealing some. Sometimes times are hard. Sometimes times are hard.
Failing to pay back the fine.
A crime is a crime. I don't think all crimes are equal. I don't even think that's close to the case at all.
Service, and therefore spent a month of her life in jail, and his dad.
For example, I think taking from a multi-billion-dollar company is not equivalent to taking from like a single person. You feel me? Like if someone goes into Walmart and they take something, it's like, dang, you stole something. But it is Walmart.
Isn't exactly the most likable man on the internet either.
What did he do?
To be a teenage billionaire. How much does Ryan get to keep of all this?
Oh, be careful, Ryan.
So what exactly caused the downfall of Ryan?
What do you mean be careful? Dog, this is my money. Y'all were stealing from JCPenney before me. What do you mean be careful? I am this channel. What's the name of it? Ryan's World. I'm taking 95%.
Ryan's World. In August of 2022, the Ryan's World YouTube channel would receive 468 million views. Fast forwarding 2 years later, and that number is just shy of 300 million. And while that number is still higher than majority of YouTubers will ever get in their entire career, there is still a downward slope in the views over the long run.
That's just 200 million, okay? I'm gonna be honest. That's not. It's actually close to like 170. Oh no, they went from getting $3 million a month to 1 million. Like that's not.
What's more noticeable though is when checking the view count.
Plus, they're selling toys too. Like he's
on
straight.
Recent Ryan's World videos, they only range anywhere from 100,000 to 500,000.
Now that's crazy.
For a channel that is still getting 100,000 subscribers weekly and on average 15 million views over the course of 24 hours, something is going wrong. The most prominent feature, that Ryan isn't the same kid that he used to be. Back in 2016, Ryan is seen enjoying himself.
Ryan grown. He should be making videos about guns. No,
happy to be in the videos, playing with the toys that you can tell like genuinely interest him.
No. But whoa, I mean like cars. I mean like cars, vehicles. You feel like traveling or something. That's what I meant. Like an adult act.
But nowadays, Ryan is seen still dressing up in the same costumes and acting a way that no near teenager would act in videos such as Ryan Goes to Superhero School Challenge,
999,998, 999,999, 1 million. Morning workout complete. I'm ready for superhero school.
While I head to school, check out this clip from Ryan's World of Movie Titan Universe Adventure.
What?
Therefore, it's no surprise that comments have been
5 million
disabled,
dislikes.
as well as a significant dislike to like ratio at 62%. It also doesn't help that this exact clip has been spreading on TikTok.
37 million. What if this is just a parent's another account and they're just milking like negative reviews for the TikTok? That would be funny. 37 million's insane.
Gaining over 37 million views with the caption "Let bro retire already," and the comments definitely didn't miss anything either. Like, bro, EvanTube already graduated, 500,000 likes.
EvanTube? We got some more YouTubing to do, because who the heck is EvanTube? Don't know who this is. Exactly, that's what he should be doing. He should be doing Beyblade videos. Toys for his age. World's largest gummy worm versus kid. Pizza challenge with chef. Did any of y'all know who this is? Yeah, I don't know nothing about him.
The bills cannot be this high. I know he gets bullied for this.
Oh, I know
He's counting how many videos he's done, which
I know he can't go to school,
completely fair points. Similar kid creators like EvanTube have moved on and stopped creating the content they were once making, even if they did see a significant decline in views. The same can be said with what used to be a kids channel called the Gem Sisters, which, just like Ryan, grew up. But instead of creating the same content that they did 9 years ago, they instead shifted to vlogging their day-to-day lives and making content that actual teenagers should make.
Okay.
The news about Ryan's World still creating the same videos aimed at kids.
Like Ryan's World, they bag too big to not be doing Mr. Beast type videos. Now that I'm really thinking about, like, that's the type of videos he should be doing. Video Mr. Beast-esque, where it's just a bunch of nonsense that a teenager would do. Like, it's like random thoughts you would have as a teenager. You just be like, man, what if I did this? Like, he could do that. Like, they literally could. Any thought you had, they're like, man, they could do that, bro.
Whilst not directly being a kid anymore, spread around social media in a matter of just days. And other YouTubers were quick to the topic. A user called Soggy Cereal would upload "destroying your kid's life for views."
So now Ryan is just being used as his puppet by his parents and managers to squeeze out the last bit of cash he's got in him, not just sacrificing his childhood in the process, but also his future. If Jake Lloyd got relentlessly bullied in high school for playing Anakin Skywalker, the literal chosen one in Star Wars, I don't want to know what will happen to one of the most goofy kids known on the internet.
He got bullied for playing Luke Anakin? He got bullied for being in Star Wars? Like, there's a difference between that and this. This is like, Ryan's being extorted. Other dude, they were just haters. They actually were just hating. He's being extorted. Other guys hating on Luke, they were just hating. That's a whole different. Those are two different types of bullying.
To do whatever this is at the age of 12 for everyone to see.
And another creator, Curse, would upload "Ryan's World is crumbling."
But I really hope for Ryan's sake, this YouTube saga ends soon for him, so he can actually try to live a normalish life for however long he can. He was already stripped of a normal childhood. Granted, he got into content creation when he was 4, but he honestly doesn't need to do it anymore. They're already rich, and if they somehow blew through 100 million in 8ish years, they deserve to be poor.
The most noticeable comment on every video about Ryan's World is talking about his childhood, and any chance of making friends throughout high school has practically been ripped right away.
What if somehow like his family forced him to sign an NDA, so he can't even talk about it? When do NDAs go? I don't know. I don't know how any of that would work, but that would be crazy if the family forced him to stay quiet.
From him. They also talk about the high probability that Ryan will get bullied for the rest of his life, as Ryan has one of the biggest digital footprints in the world.
Probably not the rest of his life. For a long time, though. For a long time, but I think the rest of his life is a stretch.
So he can't simply just disappear without a trace. On the 22nd of August 2024, John Ushire would upload a 53-minute video to YouTube titled Meet YouTube's richest 12-year-old, Ryan's World, where he would interview Ryan, his parents, and discuss with them how they built Ryan's World into one of YouTube's biggest empires. What originally was planned to be a heartfelt interview with Ryan answering most of the questions himself turned into a complete nightmare when he would barely get a chance to say anything, and instead his dad did nearly all the talking.
When you guys look at
He is 12 though. He is 12. You know, you don't want to put your kid in the position where they could publicly say the wrong thing or whatnot. So it's like, at least I don't know how. I think he was 12 in this. He could be 12, 13, 14. Regardless, it's like you kind of do want to take that from the kid, but because we already have bad information about the parents, we're going to look at this a different way. But I feel like most parents would probably handle this the same way.
ahead, like any other projects that you're most excited about?
So he won't
like,
say nothing?
Channel,
like you want your kid to talk because he's a star of the channel. But at the same time, I don't know if Ryan's media trained. Like, you know what I mean?
Like, how do you think about the future of Ryan's World and your business and your family?
Yeah, right now I feel like we're at the tipping point where like the movie is a great moment, and then from there, we wanted to kind of step aside and think about what we want to go.
What does Ryan want to do?
Ryan's turning 13 years old this year, so he's turning teenager. So we're thinking about, do we want to introduce something like that align with his age, like more aligned to the preteen demographic, or we want to stay on with the going more for the animation. That's something we're
That's a question.
right
See,
now.
that's a question that you're not probably going to ask Ryan, since it's like more business related. What I would ask Ryan, I would be like, hey, parents, can y'all step off? Don't worry, I'm not going to ask nothing too personal. Ryan, what do you want to do? Blink twice if you need help.
This interview alone would go on to gain upwards of 2 million views, but the comments had something entirely different to say. I can't wait for the real Ryan interview in 10 years, and not just his parents being interviewed with him present. I feel like in 20 years, we will see a Netflix documentary about how his parents robbed him blind, pushed him
What if he just comes out in 20 years and he was like, you know what, childhood was pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, it was a little stressful, having to make these YouTube videos, but, it was pretty cool, I'm not mad at it. Could have been worse.
And he becomes an addict and
Jesus!
loses everything. I interviewed Ryan, incorrect. I interviewed Ryan's parents, correct. Bro, let bro talk. It feels like they hiding some shit. It got so bad that another YouTuber would mock the entire interview and change up the thumbnail to what he is currently experiencing, and the worst part, it's genuinely true. It's only a matter of time before Ryan's parents, Shin and Loanne...
I'm just coming from a blind perspective, considering I didn't watch the interview, so they could have been just talking over him the whole time. But at the same time, I don't know many kids who would be put it's quite simple. Like he's a kid. You're going to answer questions like this, you're typically going to want to be with an adult figure, especially if you're meeting up with someone you don't know. You think they're just going to fly a kid out somewhere without the parents being there? You don't know. Parents could be like, I don't know what you're about to ask my kid, so I need to be there to make sure all these questions are asked properly or the right questions being asked. There's just a lot of other things that also could be a reason why they're there in the first place.
realize the utter catastrophe that they have created for their son. What they originally thought was what they will be doing for the rest of their lives,
their channel kind of remind me of Lazy Town.
Millions of dollars
like
every catastrophe.
That's the vibe I'm getting for right here, bro. Lazy Town,
they have
bro.
created for their son. What they originally
make sure you go to sleep at 8 p.m.
thought was what they will be doing for the rest of their lives, generating millions of dollars every month, has slowly turned into exactly what they fear the most: cancellation. And it seems at this current moment, this is what's happening, as this drama is only spreading further and further across social media. So it's anyone's best guess as to how the Ryan's World channel will continue to grow now that Ryan is finally a teenager.
What type of content? I promise you, what I would do is I would just follow the Mr. Beast blueprint. I would look at some of his videos. I'd be like, man, what looks exciting to me? And I'm doing the exact same thing. We're going to do the exact same thing, man. Oh Lord. I hope Ryan gets out of the trap. Cause that trap don't look too happy to me, man.